Hey, Sabin, welcome to Virtual Days.
Hello.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Um, Great session, great hands-on information. A few things that just came to my mind right away was it took you said it took you a year to get this fully implemented. Is there anything after now that's been implemented what you would change or you'd give advice for people to do maybe differently to make it a smoother transition or faster?
No, so basically, after the full migration, different teams are asking for different views and different filtered stuff. So that's what we are doing right now. And also with the policy parameterization with the OMI, we're doing a lot of cleanups within the OML policies that we created so that we could bring down the number of policies to a manageable number. Believe before the migration, we had around 60K policies and almost 25,000 conditions.
Well,
So with that parameterization, we are bringing it down tremendously.
that's awesome. All right, Sabin. First question they want to know integration with ITSM. How and where do you define the rules for auto assignments in your ticketing system?
So we have a tool that we use for the integration. That's called SigiWave. Yeah, you guys can. I think it's available in the Micro Focus marketplace. So basically, we have a mapping that we done on the SigiWave integration hub, where it mapped uh, to the category and the group, the assignment group in ITSM. So, for example, if I have an alarm with Win underscore OS or Linux underscore OS, it has a mapping to the correct assignment group. So basically, the mapping is created based on the category and the assignment group within the ITSM ticketing system. So these are all done through the integration hub. So there's an XML file that they provide that you can create the mapping.
Awesome. So I don't mean to hog up the questions, but like while I was watching, I just jotted down some notes. You said you had part of it was training. A lot of people forget about training when they do a rollout of a new solution. Any tips on how to make training better or to create training so people do start using the system correctly?
Um, so no, it's all you need to push the front end guys to start using the new way. We had some challenges that with OML there is a front end Java client, and it's much faster than when you log into OMI through your browser. So there were some challenges, but the system is built without this Java client, and you got to sit with your front end team and other operators. And as an admin, our team went through Micro Focus training, and our operators went through Micro Focus operator training. So that's what we did in our company.
So another question: how did you get buy-in for this solution? How did you get everyone to buy in? It sounds like it's a big organization. Must be lots of teams you need to get on board. Was that a challenge?
Yeah, that was a big challenge. There was a lot of tools that being used by different teams, but we had like I said, we had a lot of custom rules and custom scripts that we created within our OML environment within the last 20 years. And if we bring any other tool, that would be a tremendous amount of effort to convey all those rules into a different way of monitoring. And also by looking at our with OMI demos and all, they had a big improvement in the dashboard and views, front end views. So that was our key point. We had to bring a tool which can have a good dashboard, front end views, and OMI provides that. So
Awesome. All right. Next question. They want to know RTSM, CMDB, and ITSM sync. Where do you create the custom column in the event browser impacted BAs?
yeah, so the impacted BA column that we created. So basically, when an alarm comes in, the operator needs to know what application is impacted by that alarm, and who is the owner of the system, and where does that ticket needs to get escalated, or if it's a critical alarm, they need to escalate it quickly. So they need to get the technical operations manager and other kinds of stuff. So the impacted BAs is a custom field that we created within OMI. It's actually under operations management under infrastructure settings. It's actually a custom attribute under operations management space within infrastructure settings.
Great. Save another question. How many admins support the OpsBridge solution that you implemented?
So we have 4 members in my team, and also we have other teams that contribute or complement to the system. The teams that are log into OMI for policy administration, but with the RTSM and other OMI infrastructure admin, our team is actually consists of 4 people, and we are looking to hire 1 more. So it will be 5-member team within our team, and we have 2 global OMI environment, and around we support around 10,000 servers and 3,000 network devices at the moment.
Oh, cool. Great. Next question. Did you get help from Micro Focus Professional Services or a partner?
Yes, we get. I forgot to mention that in my call. Yes, we had a partner. We have a vendor, Melillo Consulting, who helped with us with the design and architecture, and also we had a professional service help with them with the migration of OML to OMI. Yes, from Melillo Consulting, and they also are our first line support. So they have a deal with Micro Focus, so that whenever we have an issue, we open ticket with them, and they try to fix the issues. 90% of the time, they try to fix the issue. And they, if they can fix the issue, they open a ticket with Micro Focus and deal all the ticketing issue directly with them.
So you did mention training. Was the partner that gave the training, or actually Micro Focus directly? And like, what kind of training was it?
So it's basically both. So our admins went through Micro Focus provided training, online training. But during the migration, we also get training from this partner, and also our frontline team had a training session with them with vendor Melillo Consulting.
Awesome. All right. So another question. User wants to know: how do you handle ad hoc downtime?
So ad hoc downtime, there are 2 ways to do it. If someone wants to suppress some alarm for a certain period of time, we just use either the downtime management, or we use the event suppression. So if it's just for a particular event from a server, we use the event suppression module to suppress the alarm. But if there is a maintenance that goes on a server on a weekend, we could put that server into the downtime manager within OMI. But if there is a multiple servers, it will be hard from OMI to select each server individually. So we develop a front end that uses REST API to OMI's downtime management module, and within the front end, we could copy and paste hundreds of servers and add that into the downtime management.
Nice. So someone, I guess in the question, let me just put up the slide, was saying, are you saying that Melillo offers first line support?
Yes, they offer the first line support.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And more, they have a second line engineers too, and oftentimes I get good service from them. So it won't go to Micro Focus to solve issues. They have a lot of they have a big knowledge base. Most of the because they support multiple big firms, and most of the issues I raised, it's already been reported. So it's we get the solution right away from them.
Nice. Next question. how do you handle many OBM incidences to one ITSM incidences?
If we have 10 incidents, and if I want to create just one ticket out of all of them, so we use a custom action. What we have done is we create a automatic event forwarding when an event contains a custom attribute. So basically, the operators select if they want to create one ticket from 10 events. They select the 10 events and right click the event and add a custom attribute. And whenever OMI detects that there is a custom attribute within the last 2 or 1 minute, it groups together that custom attribute and send that into ITSM. So the custom attribute, the value for that custom attribute is actually the time stamp when the operators initiate that action. So and that timestamp contains the second and millisecond. So it's basically if you right click 10 events and right click and create that custom attribute, that 10 events will get the same custom attribute and the same value. And OMI detects that, and it will group those events and send it into ITSM into one single ticket.
Awesome. So next question. Do you go through any Micro Focus education to get comfortable at OBM? How good was it? It seems like you did.
Yeah, it was good. What I recommend is when I took the training, I didn't have any hands-on experience with OMI or RTSM. So I took the training maybe 3 years ago before we start our implementation and migration work. So it was confusing for me with the RTSM. The first course was all about RTSM and creating views and modules. My suggestion is just to so after that, I recommend even my guys to start playing with the system and get to know about RTSM and models and views and the SQL queries, everything, and before you take the class. So yes, the training was good. Even though if you don't know OMI, if you don't have any hands-on experience with OMI, the first course would be a little difficult. But if you have some hands-on and you know the concepts, it will be easier.
So there's one section of OMI or piece that seems the most complicated, or the one that you really need training on most.
I would say the RTSM. RTSM is the RTSM views and creating different kinds of views. Is the toughest one because especially when we are coming from OML world and we work on a lot of node groups and hierarchy stuff and present that into the front end. So those views we had to create in OMI. So it was challenging for us initially, but we overcome that with a lot of hands-on doing stuff and all.
Awesome. So next question. User wants to know, do you create views for all your aspect assignments?
For all the automatic assignment that we have, for all the monitoring automation, we create view. There is no rule of thumb, so you could create policies and you could create an aspect and you could assign that aspect into servers individually. But what we have in our environment, what we've done, if the number of servers is more than 4 or 5, just create a view and assign that aspect into that view instead of assigning an aspect into server. If you create an aspect just for one server or 2 server, we assign those aspect directly into the server instead of a view. So the answer to the question is no, not for every assignment. But if you have a lot of number of servers, we always tend to create views.
Very cool. All right, next question. Was your solution all on-premise or cloud-based? If not cloud-based, are there plans to go cloud?
All our solutions are on-premise right now, but there is a big push to go into cloud. So we may be looking into it in the coming years. One of the reasons we have our solutions is in on-premises. We monitor a lot of facility device, and we monitor a lot of. We have integration to our building management system and so such on. So that's one of the challenges that we don't want to go into the cloud. And also we have our corporate network. We support that through our on-premise monitoring solutions. So that's another reason. So, but there's a big push to go into cloud because we have other tools that are in cloud now, like Splunk, AppD, and Datadog. So in the coming years, that's something that I'm going to start looking into it.
Awesome. Now it is NASDAQ, so I assume, are there any regulations or compliance issues that would make it hard to move to cloud for everything?
Not for the support systems, but for certain trading system, yes. But I don't think there is any regulation for us to move our monitoring solutions into cloud.
Very nice. All right, next question. Were you able to migrate existing OML agents to OpsBridge?
Yes. So we migrated all our nodes that were reporting into OML. We migrated into our OpsBridge. Right now, all our agents that we used to report to OML is right now it's all under OMI or OpsBridge.
Very cool. So, Sabin, those are all the questions we have. And it's almost on our time anyway. Before we go, is there anything you want to leave the Vivint ITOM Days attendees? Last words of wisdom or advice on how to succeed with their implementations like you did?
So first of all, thank you for the Vivint community and Melillo Consulting for giving me this opportunity. And it's been nice for the last 2 days. I watched some of the videos, and it's been a lot of stuff that I learned through the last 2 years. With the migration, like I said, I had to take it face by face approach, and that's what I think Micro Focus also recommend. First, bring your two system in parallel, connect your OML into OMI, make sure that everyone uses OMI and familiar with the front end. Then you could do the phase by the phase approach to migrate your policies, then nodes. At the beginning, it will be you think that it maybe will be complicated and it will be very hard to migrate, but at the end, it's easy. It's not that a big deal.
Wow. Okay. Great advice. Thanks again for sharing your wisdom with the ITOM virtual days today. Really appreciate it. Great session, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Cheers.